Good morning, all. Well, it was evening, but it's just it's 25 to 1 o'clock. Believe it or not. I've been working on this. Yes, another Brenell. I've been working all evening on it. I bought this approximately, let me see. Oh my God, it must be over 6 months now. And I bought it off a guy who does house clearances. It's popping a bit. So I've been working on this, but it's not perfected yet. Only one speed works, the 7.5 inches per second. There's like a jockey wheel inside that goes to different levels. There's different little cutouts on the flywheel, if you see what I mean. You know, different, what do you call it? Different sizes. So 2 speeds don't work, the 1 7/8 and the 3 3/4, only 7.5. Why is it popping? Wasn't popping this like this before. I think it's a bad earth somewhere. Or the switch. This switch is a bit dodgy, the play switch, but you wouldn't believe it, there was a machine exactly like this one, and it was in Devon, and the guy was trying to get rid of it because he was moving, and he offered it for 15, then it went down to 10, £5, it went down to £5, but obviously it was all the way in Devon. I couldn't, in Seaton, a place called Seaton in Devon, so I'm bound to see that on eBay. Yeah, what a shame. I could have used it for spares because I think the switch is faulty. It's making this little popping noise. But there's a few capacitors in there, Hunt's caps of course, black ones I've got to get rid of. So that could be causing trouble. But I managed to get it all working. It was really stiff, all the controls were stiff. And I had to lubricate certain bits. Can you hear that popping noise? This is a Mark V Brenell S2, by the way, Series 2. And can you hear that? It's popping a little bit. So I'll put a brand new plug on it. Yeah, so I've been spending all evening on this damn thing. Anyway, let me tell you something. Right, a bit of history. It's got a bit of history, actually. This belonged to a professor of music called, what was his name? Professor Ian Parrott. Born in London. He died in, I think, 2012. I've got it on the computer here. Let me have a look. Yeah. BBC News. Ian Parrott tributes to Aberystwyth University professor. So he was a professor of music at Aberystwyth in Wales. But he was born in London, lectured at Aberystwyth University from 1950 until 1983, died at 96. Wow, good going. He was a student at Royal College of Music, so I can't talk now, it's getting too late for me. Royal College of Music and New College, Oxford. Later served in World War II, spent time in Egypt, my God. Wow. So there we go. This belonged to a professor of music who was famous. Would you believe that? Anyway, I haven't got any classical music, so I'm sure that's what he used to do, was compose classical music. But I've got my old, what do you call it, tape on it I normally use with stuff produced by Joe Meek. Oh, what's this noise? It's starting to pop now. Getting all these popping noises. I hate that. Should be dead silent. Funny enough, when I put it on amplifier mode, it's fine. Quiet. No, it's still making little noises. Can you hear that little? I think it's just bad contacts. I mean, the switches haven't been cleaned. I have not. What I did do, well, I'll tell you what I've done. One of these little things was loose. Those little studs. And the nut fell off apparently. So I found another one. And opened up and fixed that. But I didn't change any components in this yet. In the amplifier. It's all underneath here. And I didn't use any switch clean. I didn't clean the switches. Silly boy. I should have done it while it was out actually. But it's very easy to take out. So it's no big deal. It's only 2 screws. One there. One over there, and the whole thing comes off, and there's 3 connectors. That's it. So I'm going to change some components on it, but you want to hear it? Right, let's go. I don't know if it's queued up. This switch is a bit dodgy. It's a shame I couldn't get that machine for £5. I could have swapped over the switch. Damn. But as I said, there's only 1 speed working at the moment, because what it is, you get the jockey wheel. There's an idler, and it's not jumping up to the 3 3/4 or 1 7/8. It's probably stuck with old grease, whatever. but the 7.5 is working. So I think that was probably the speed the old professor used all the time. Because if you don't use it, you know, if you don't move the thing up and down, then it gets solid like the grease. So I think that's what the reason was. Probably use 7.5 inches per second all the time. It's a funny selector. It's a bit deceiving. Now you think that's on 15 inches per second. It's not. It's only on that right speed if you change the capstan. There's a brass capstan there, and at the moment it's only got the small one fitted. The large one, God knows where that is. That was probably lost during, you know, the house clearance or whatever. But if you fit the larger one, then that corresponds right to 15, and then 7 and 3 3/4. But what you got to realise is on these machines, when you've got the small little brass roller on it, pinch roller, not the pinch roller, the capstan, then see there should be another little arrow there really, but when they designed it, they didn't bother putting another arrow, which they should have done really. But at the moment that's on 7.5 because it's got the small capstan, and then 3 3/4, 1 7/8. But let me just show you what I mean. Right, if I put it on 3 3/4, it's not right. That won't turn. The capstan will go around the pinch roller, but see, it won't turn. And I don't want to force it. I don't want to ruin my tape here. See, so it's not rising up. There should be like a idler in it, and when you switch speeds, it goes junk, junk to the corresponding sizes, the different diameters on the actual flywheel. So at the moment, it only seems to work on 7.5. Right, let's hear it. Right, it should work now. Let's go. Bit late now, but I'm going to put it on anyway. What the hell? And it sounds great, actually. Is it queued up? Oh, it's on the wrong mode. What a twat. Oh, got it on amplifier mode, haven't I? Should be on playback. These switches are a little bit funny. These they're called coffin switches because obviously, look, they're shaped like a coffin, but they got these silly little grub screws underneath on the side here, and the actual shaft, they got little cutouts. So it's like a D-shaped cutout. Really, what you could do really is buy some switches that you just push on, and that'll solve a lot of problems, because these things always tend to get loose and you keep tightening the screw up, and look, so it should be tight, but it's not. But fast forward and rewind works great. The brakes are good. Let me show you. Was it 46? I must make a note of that. So I don't need to do any work here. Perfect. Yep. There's a little bit of give earlier on, but I don't think it's been used for years and years and years and years. There we go. Great. It's not bad. Right, let's get it on 46. Right, about there. Right, now you should be able to hear something. Okay, see these knobs? They're called rhomboid knobs. And until fairly recently, they used to sell them at... Oh, what's this popping noise? I hate that. Maybe I need to demagnetize the heads. I think I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, I'll demagnetize the heads. I've already cleaned the heads, but I think they need demagnetizing. Well, I'll try that, and then what I've got to do, take the amp out and change a few components. There's a few of them black Hunt's caps, which should be changed really. That popping noise. It's like bad contact. I think it's these switches. This one's faulty, because when I put it to play, instead of one click back, I've got to click it a little bit further, if you see what I mean. Right, so I've got to go that way a bit more. I'll show you. See, I've got to go back a bit. What a shame I couldn't get that machine for £5. I would have swapped over the switch, actually. Damn. Oh, what a shame. Right, did you hear that? That's what I'm going to play now. Let's go back. There we go. Right, let's play Johnny Remember Me by John Layton. Let's go.
mists are rising and the rain is falling and the wind is blowing cold across the moor.
Sounds great.
I hear the voice of my darling, the girl I loved and lost a year ago. Well, it's hard to believe, I know, but I hear her singing in the sign of the wind, blowing in the treetops, way above me. Yes, I'll always remember till the day I die. I'll hear her cry, Johnny, remember me. Well, someday I guess I'll find myself another little girl to take the place of my true love. But as long as I live, I know I'll hear her singing in the side of the wind, blowing in the treetops, way above me. Yes, I'll always remember.
Let me just stop you there a minute. Hang on a minute. So you can hear a bit of warbling there. See, the thing is, as I said, I haven't done anything to the mechanics here. Look, it's that spitting noise, isn't it? So I've done nothing really. As I said, I just freed the mechanism. But as I said, the flywheel needs cleaning. I've got to take. See, the trouble is with these this model, the later ones, sorry, the earlier ones, you can actually just lift up the deck and get to the innards easy, but not on these. You've got to take off this. It's called a mask, tape mask, deck mask, deck mask. Let me get it right. Deck mask, right. So I've got to take all the knobs off again, undo it all. Look at that puppy noise. Isn't it? God, hate that. Let me switch it to different. Could be just the dirty knobs. But as I said, I need to clean the flywheel and the idler. So that switch is all over okay. Can you hear that noise? I hate that. Amplify mode, use it as a PA. Haven't even tried that yet. Probably works. Right, let me just go back a bit. This hasn't been used for years and years, apparently, so I heard. So I heard from the person who had it, after the professor who did the house clearance. I've gone back too far now, haven't I?
You know I'll always miss you.
Sounds good.
Loved you from the very start. Come right.
That's probably 2 copyrights on that one. Right. I'm glad the brakes are working okay, because to work on these brakes are a real bugger. Really are.
When the mists are rising and the rain is falling and the wind is blowing cold across the moor, I hear the voice of my darling, the girl I loved and lost a year ago. Well, it's hard to believe, I know, but I hear her singing in the sign of the wind, blowing in the treetops, way above me. Yes, I'll always remember
I'm going to stop it there. I think the best thing for me to do is take the amplifier out and take the valves off and give the valve sockets a good clean up, some switch cleaning fluid, and test that black hunt capacitor that's hiding in there, and just take that one out and change it, get rid of it, because those black hunts, they're no good. But there we go, it's working nevertheless, but it's that poppy noise I don't like, that little bit of poppy noise. Then I've got to fix the idler, as I said, so I can only get one speed working. So there we go. I'm going to turn it off now. Let me take my tape off before I forget. So it needs a bit of work doing to it, but at least it's not going to be. There we go. It's not going to be a fantastically difficult job, you know. As I say, the worst bit is taking all this deck out, taking all this apart. So I've got to pull all the switches off. Oh God almighty, and these switches are a bit dodgy. But as I said, the earlier ones I worked on, they're far easier to work on, because everything just sort of comes apart. You can turn it upside down, and it's just 4 screws that takes the old deck out, but not this one. You've got to take this deck mask, get it right. Take this off first to get to the innards. And then there's some screws underneath here you've got to release. So as I said, this is just like a fascia, this bit. Yeah, that poppy noise, I hate that. Oh, it'll be fine once I finish with it. So I'll get it all going again for the old Professor Ian Parrott. Oh, what's all that? Oh, bits of tape coming off now. Ugh. Got little bits of tape. That's any trouble using these old tapes. Get this look. The oxide falls off after a while. I should really make a new tape. That's a very old one. But there we go. Let me switch off, and I'll do some work on the bugger. Hang on, what's this knob at the back here? Oh yeah, that's the mains. There's a mains thingybob knob on this. Actually, where is it? You can cut down the hum of the mains. Is that the one? That's not it. That's the mains plug. Hang on. I don't know what I'm touching here. Be careful, Harvey. Oh, that's the hum. There's a special thing on these machines. You can cut down the hum. If you've got any mains hum, you turn this little knob at the back. It's like a smoother, some sort of thing. Have a look. Maybe that's making the noise. It could be just that, actually. So I did move that. I didn't move it when I first powered it on, and I didn't hear any noise. I can't get to it. I'm really in the wrong position here. Oh, God. Hang on. Oh, I can't get to the damn thing. Ah, see, that's making a noise. Could be that then. Ah. Maybe it's only that. Because right, what it is, there's a knob on the back. Can't even speak, too late for me. And it's still making a noise, but when I first powered it up, there wasn't any little spitting noises like that. But then I turned that knob. What it is a knob for reducing any mains hum you might have. And since I've turned it, I've been getting this noise. But there we go. I'm going to mess around with this now a little bit, see if I can get it any better. Like I said, I've got to get the speeds working. I want all the speeds working on this. Can you hear that when I turn it? Yeah. Oh, I can't get to it. I'm in the wrong angle here. I'm sitting on the sofa trying to do this machine. I can't work on my workbench. I've got the TIAC there in the way. Just trying to clean this switch a bit, turning it a bit. It's right at the back. I can't get to it. Oh, Mum. Right. Right, I'm going to cut the video and let me mess around with this. Alright then, I hope you enjoyed this little short video. I shall talk to you later. Bye for now.